Hey guys, I've lost 180 pounds and sometimes my scale creeps up, so I kind of have to do some type of reset. So right now we are going to do a carnivore-ish and a creamy reset. Well, hey, how you doing today? All right, listen, I'm going to spit out my gum for this conversation. I'm going to read to you all the food I had today. And I've got it plugged into my chronometer app, okay? This is why I tell you all, I say track. Not when you first start, but after you've been doing it 2-3 months. Look at this. Look like I got whole horns sticking out. They're my, what's those long horn? Look like a short horn. Short horn Terry cow. Short horn. I can't even talk. Short horn Terry Toodle cow. All right. All right. This is why I say track after you've been doing it for a little while, so you can kind of, get an idea of how things are going and what's going on. Okay. I'm just going to read it, and then we'll discuss the macros. So breakfast, 2 tablespoons of butter, about a half cup of Fairlife milk. The rest of it I water down. I sometimes use this, sometimes not, so I'm just putting it in there. 2 tablespoons of the Splenda coffee creamer, those little shot things that are on the shelf by the coffee. My Nescafe ice roast coffee, that's the instant coffee. Then I gave myself 2 servings, just in case, of my coffee syrup that I put in my coffee, like the classic caramel is the one I have. So my breakfast is, I call it breakfast, my morning coffee. 280 calories, 7 grams of protein. This is on total carbs, so 9 total carbs and 25 grams of fat. So 280 calories in my coffee. Okay. We're just being, you know what 200 of it was? The butter. So if I didn't have the butter, then my total calories would be 80. And the fat, instead of 25, would be a heck of a lot less. But anyway, we're just putting in what we had today. Lunch is, I had another coffee. So I went in and put in 2 servings of my, at work, I just have the coffee syrup. Oh, I also forgot my chocolate. It's the Girardeau cocoa. It's the Dutch processed cocoa. There we go. Not quite a tablespoon, but we'll put in a full tablespoon. All right. So my coffee, we'll just say 2 servings of the that syrup, sugar-free syrup. At work, I use the powdered coffee creamer. I know. Shut up. Don't judge. This is non-judgment zone for the moment. We can judge after we get it all done. So then 2 tablespoons. It's really about a half of a tablespoon of my that Dutch baking cocoa powder, because I have my electrolytes in it, but I don't do a full tablespoon. So that is my coffee that I have at lunch, and then, or like in the afternoon. And then my lunch itself, we had 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 eggs, 2 boiled eggs, 8 ounces of a ribeye, and 2 slices of cooked bacon. So my lunch that I ate and my coffee was 1,097 calories, 60 protein, 8 total carbs, and 93 grams of fat. Okay, let's see what is the culprit of the carbs. Well, 3.6 came from the powdered thing, and each egg is so 2 carbs from the eggs, so there's 5. So the cocoa powder has 2 also. So there we go. So that's my coffee and lunch. Now let's kick on into supper. Alrighty. Supper is 8 ounces of the ribeye, and 2 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter, 2 eggs and 2 slices of bacon. And that's not counting any, well, I don't add the rendered fat that come out of the steak while it's cooking in the air fryer. So whatever tallow or whatever I add to cook the eggs and stuff in, we'll just consider that as part of the steak. Let's just let that go. So my supper, 1,010 calories, 59 grams of protein, 2 carbs, and 85 grams of fat. So now let's go to my creamy. Oh, nope. We're going to add that Zevia. I wonder if Zevia is in here. Zevia. Zevia. Oh, yeah. Cola tonight was, well, grapefruit. No, there it is. It was the creamy root beer. Zevia creamy root beer. All right, let's get that added. Supposedly 0 calories. That's because it's popping up a commercial. That's because it's all chemicals. So let's look at my macros for the day. So this is what I've been eating. So this is kind of interesting. So if, I eat this way, and if I notice that my weight does not go down, which it shouldn't go down, honestly, after seeing this, total calories is 2,512. So 2,512 total calories. Protein 151. All right, that's cool. That's a good number. I'm good with 151 protein. Carbs 26.6. Okay, I'm not going to freak out about that. And fat is 203 grams of fat. So if I eat this, like we'll keep doing this, and then what we'll do is Saturday morning before I go on we're having a family reunion Saturday. So I will get my weight Saturday morning. I'll set an alarm. So editing Terri, set an alarm for Saturday morning. So that way you remember to get your weight before you do or drink anything. So I'm super curious because I've been eating this, I guess since, was it Monday? No, maybe Sunday? Monday. Anyway, we'll see what the scale says. This is that high fat carnivore that people, granted, I understand. I'm also having some, some chemicals in there. But anyway, so this is a high fat, high butter carnivore that a lot of people talk about. So anyway, 2,512 calories. Lordy mercy. Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all about it. So hopefully editing Terri, take a picture of it so you can, you can at least display the tracker part up at the top, the targets. Anyway, so there, now you have it. Now, and so for lunch today, you'll see it. I've got 8 ounces of ribeye. I've got 2 boiled eggs. I got 2 pieces of bacon, and I got 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'll be making my coffee that way. So, oh, that's right. This morning I used heavy cream instead. It's all right. I'm super curious to see what happens because, you hear all these people and, whatever. We're going to try it and just see what happens because could be eye-opening. We may find that those people that say you should eat a stick of butter every day are right. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I ain't eating no stick of butter. Well, it could be. Okay, my coffee, my lunch, and my supper. So 2, 4, 6. So 6 tablespoons of butter. Hey, Ziggy, how many tablespoons are in a stick of butter? Y'all. Hey, Ziggy, how many tablespoons are in a stick of butter?
1 stick of butter is 8 tablespoons.
8 tablespoons in a stick of butter. Y'all, I'm basically eating 1 stick of butter. Anyway, it is what it is. Like I said, we're giving it a try. Let's see what all them people are talking about. They talk about how it's supposed to not make you so hungry. I mean, I'm not any more or less hungry than I was before. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We got to experiment. Who knows? By the end of this 2 weeks, I may be like up 20 pounds. We'll see. It'll be all right. Then we'll come off all the butter. I could eat all the stuff I'm eating. Let's see if I have no butter, okay? Let's see if I take the butter off. So we start at, we'll say 25. Let's just do an even 2,500 calories. Okay. Oh, but I don't want to take this away. So I'm going to copy current day and we'll paste it onto tomorrow and edit that, paste it onto tomorrow. All right. So no butter there. I know some of y'all are like, Terri, it's just minus 600 calories. Stop it. Stop it. You know I can't math. I take off the butter there because it's literally 200 calories per 2 tablespoons and take it off there. So we'll try this. And if we do it without the butter, then it's 1,900 calories. Definitely, for those of us who, I had to track my macros in order to lose weight. That's where I lost the bulk of my calories was when I was doing lower fat and anywhere from 1,400 to 1,600 calories. I think the lowest I got was 1,200 for like maybe a month or so. And then I just wasn't happy with how I felt. So I bumped up to 1,400 till I reached the goal. But you need to look, if you're going to start tracking, see what you're eating. Or if you're going to start, deciding to count your macros, your stuff. I cannot say you, Joe Blow, need to start at 1,800 calories. You should start at 1,600 calories. No, what you need to do is track what you're eating right now in this moment. And then be like, okay, oh Lord, I'm eating 3,000 calories a day. I'm going to eat 2,800 calories a day. I'm going to eat 2,700 calories a day. Because if you jump from whatever, the pasta and all that stuff, and then you jump down to 1,800 calories, you're going to be cranky. And nobody wants to be around a cranky person. So anyway, I just want to kind of experiment. So we're experimenting. And this may go great or it may go bad. But again, I come at this from a binging eating disorder. I come from a binging eating perspective. So for me, I don't ever, I'm always hungry and I always crave to be full. So that's my perspective. Some people are like, oh, I think maybe I'm a little hungry. I'll go in and eat a little piece of chicken salad and then they're just fine. Well, that ain't where I come from. I want to feel like Thanksgiving all day, every day. So, all right, I'll see you later. Okay, so it's time to get my lunch together. I made my coffee this morning. I'm so funny. I decided I wanted a cool coffee, not a cold coffee. I know you all are, I'm moving around. Anyway, I decided I want a cool coffee. So, it didn't do much. So I got some hot water and from my kettle, and then I put the butter in it. And then I put, you're zoomed in. And then I put in my coffee, instant coffee. And then I used my thingy thing. And then blended it. And then I only did we'll say that much. And then when it was done, I did it in a different container. When it was done, I poured it in here and added a little bit of cold milk and cold water. But it is separating. But that's okay. It does whenever it's hot too. Tastes good though. So, anyway, lunch, brunch, hang on. Sometimes it's hard to get open. Just a very high fatty meal. Half of a ribeye, my 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 eggs, and some bacon. So, I stepped on the scale this morning, and it was 167.9. So, it was definitely up, but anyway, like I said, I want to give this 2 weeks. And then after that, then what I figure maybe we could do at that stage is then we'll cut out the butter or cut out the eggs. We'll see which one we cut out and just kind of, like I said, I just want to experiment. So it'll be kind of different. So yeah, so we're taking the same thing now every day. We're eating this twice a day. And then after 2 weeks, then we will try cutting out either the butter or the eggs and see what happens, just for fun. Telling you one thing though, this humidity is killing my hair, y'all. It's rough. And my hair does not care about my feelings. Anyway, so, all right, I'll see you all later on sometime. Bye. So y'all, I'm not really used to this, but I ate the 2 boiled eggs. I drank the melted butter, and I ate the bacon, and then I ate 2 strips of my ribeye, and this is left. I kind of would like to just go with my body. I've never really been able to do that, and that's kind of something I'd like to try to do and not force myself to eat it. So just for the record, in this moment, I'll let you know when I get home if I eat it later, but in this moment it is, hang on, it is 12:15. I had to run some errands. I'll show you whenever I get home what I got, but anyway, so yeah, so that's what's left. We will see. So I was on the hunt for a cardigan, a white cardigan, because I have my white jacket that I wear with that lacy one, except since your girl's up a little bit in poundage, it's a little snug. But I did grab a couple things, and they're down in the washer, so I can't show you. One is a white, it is another kind of white jacket-y kind of thing, and then a cream one. I went to Keto, and they didn't have what I was looking for. I was just looking for a plain cardigan, like a nicer looking type something for when you're cold in your office. But let me show you what I did get the 2 jackets. Like I said, they're in the washer, and I'll show you another time. But then I did go to, that was from the Women's Safe House. And for the men at the Teen Challenge, I always say the men's because it supports the men's teen challenge for men and boys, I think is what it is. Anyway, I need to put my steak in the refrigerator, or in the dealie, but it'll be all right. Hang on just a second here. I'll have to pull it off later. I got a belt, a brown belt that wasn't super snug. It's snug, but anyway, so I got a brown belt, and you know me, I have to have 2 of everything. So I got another brown belt, a lighter color brown belt. So I got 2 belts. Wasn't wearing them in this outfit, but anyway. So I got 2 brown belts. I got, for 4th of July, I thought I could put this outside on my little table. It's metal, but what it is it's got a little back door where you can put a tea light. I don't care about the tea light. I just think it'll be cute to set like either outside, maybe on my little table or something. We'll see. And then I got this, like a thing that hangs from a door. I thought that's cute, nice little cute American flag. That was $2.95. This was $2.95. The belt, $1.95 and $2.95. Then I got this thing. This hangs on the door also. This is $2.95. So I thought that was kind of cute. It's got hearts and then a house, so that's nice and patriotic. And then also got, where'd you go, fella? Where'd I find it? Hang on, let me find it. Thought I could take this to work. Just like a little bells, jingle bells. I could just hang it on my office door for fun. So that's why it's over there out of there. So anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of I might do this in my, I was planning on outside, but my living room, because it's a lot like a lighthouse. There's a lot of lighthouse stuff in there. Hang on, I'll show you just a second. All right, let's go to my living room. I'll show you. So my mom and dad got me this lighthouse painting whenever I first moved in. And originally I had used one of these colors, and that was why my walls were the color they were. But over time, Mom had these lighthouses in her, I think it was her bathroom. But for me, my dad told me a story whenever he brought me this painting. Hang on, I'm trying to get this off. He said that, Jesus is like a lighthouse, and, he shines his light on us whenever we're in need, and we can always find him. He's a beacon of hope. And so he's the light in the storm. I mean, they got song about my lighthouse, something, my lighthouse. Corn flat, but I can't get this off. Hold on just a second. So anyway, I've kind of utilized my mom's little lighthouses in here, and I have one down under there too. But I kind of like the idea of a lighthouse, and then this has like a electric candle that kicks on. So I might just keep this in here. And not only that, but it's kind of a nautical type theme. Because, I've got my lamp that my dad made when he was in high school. And so it's just kind of a nautical-ish type theme on this side. Maybe I will take this one and set it over here. I don't think I have a nautical precious moment. I need to look down there and see if there's anything that has to do kind of like with the swimming or water. And if not, maybe find one. Anyway, so yeah. So I thought that I would enjoy this in here, having this little lighthouse in here. So that's that. I know I could move the lamp. I'm happy with it. So yeah, so I got that lighthouse in here. So as far as what I'm gonna hang on my door here, I want the flag to be hung up here on my door. So let's go. Oh, we gotta pull that sticker off. I like stickers as much as the next person, but carn flabbit, that's hard to pull off. So we're just going to hang our metal flag here. I need something for out here on my table, though. So that's why I'm like, maybe. There we go. So that can hang there. So maybe the light. Yeah, I don't want somebody to steal it. I got that at Dollar Tree, and it's a solar power one. So yeah, I ain't going to worry so much about out here. It's fine. I got a flag on my door. That's good enough for the neighborhood. They can see that flag and just know that I love America. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna let you go because I'll see you whenever we eat. Hang on. Hey, so tonight I'm gonna join my mama. Well, in heart. The Fever is playing on Amazon on Prime Video. So I'm gonna watch it. It starts at 9. I'm gonna watch what I can. I ain't ready now, but I'll watch what I can. Anyway, but it's supposed to start at 9 my time. Well, Baxter starts corralling me by sometimes 5:45. But anyway, so I'm gonna try to watch some of it. What do I have to say? Well, so in the end, I ended up eating. Did I bring a spoon? Oh, are you joking? I guess no, I don't want to use that spoon. Hang on, I need a big spoon. I need my shovel spoon. Okay, so here's what I did. Tonight's ribeye was 1.22 pounds. And I asked, who behind you, how much that was in ounces, and she said 19. I'm like, well, there was definitely some render fat in the bottom of my air fryer that I did not pour on. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to make it an even 18 so I divided it into 3 servings. So this right here is about 6 ounces of ribeye. And today, I pulled out what I had from today at lunchtime. So I plugged into my tracker app 6 ounces at lunch and 6 ounces at supper. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but you know what? That's all right. I ain't sweating it. So my macros changed based on what I ate. So tomorrow I'm taking 6 ounces instead of 8 ounces. And I was pretty stoked with myself. So at my brunch, my first meal, my brunch, I ate the 2 eggs. I ate, probably about a strip and a half of the ribeye. I ate the 2 pieces of bacon, and I drank the butter. It was rendered at the bottom, so I drank it. And so then I was like, okay, Terri, try really hard to stop when you're satisfied. This is a whole new thing for me. I know that's what people, when I first came to carnivore, that was the big thing. Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're satisfied. Well, I don't know what satisfied is. I have to measure everything out so I can eat it all. As a binge eater, that's just what I had to do. So I'm really trying to open my mind right now and grow in my journey. And so if I didn't add Oh, dang, I didn't even salt the steak. Carb flab it. But like last night, I did eat it all. But the night before, I had like 4 bites left over, and I gave that to the dogs. So because I'm not putting anything, that can kill a dog, there's no onions or anything like that in here. So I gave part of it to the dogs. So I would really, as I'm journeying and messing around, I'm really trying to see what it's like for a person to not just eat every bite. If it works, it works. If I eat it all, I eat it all. But if I don't, I don't. But so what you will see is the macros for today. So this is 6 ounces of ribeye, 2 slices of bacon, 2 fried eggs, and 2 tablespoons of butter. And come on. I hear them angels singing. And you don't hear them angels singing? That's because you ain't eating this. Anyway, so that's that. Now, what will I do when I run out of the ribeyes and all those things? That was a specialty thing. I just happened upon some yellow stickers, and since I had extra money from the work bonus, I picked them up. Blueberry and vanilla. And so that's why I kind of splurged on them. That ain't an everyday thing, you know what I mean? Or every week thing. It's just something kind of fun that I've done. So what I will do, more than likely, I'll just buy regular, or I'll just use my burger patties, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I'm just experimenting. And so y'all are just going to have to go along with me on the journey. So that's what I got. Back here I have a grape Zevia with electrolytes, and I put in a splash of milk, not cream, but milk. It has less calories and less fat. So, not that matters, but I got plenty of fat in my ribeye and butter. But the most important part is my electrolytes. So, that's my supper. I'm gonna let y'all go, and I will have I'll have my macros and then pictures of what I ate today. So that way you can see what I ate. You can pause it and whatever you want to do, but you'll see exactly what I ate today. Okay, bye. And they may not all be in specific order, so it's the list of foods. Right here you can see that I had my breakfast, and there are my macros for the day. This I honed in on the lunch section, so you can see my lunch. And finally, you can see my supper and my creamy. Thanks for watching.